And you are welcome. Let's talk.
We need more facts. We need more facts.
We need more.
We need to learn. We don't know.
In any case, you guys are welcome. It's What's Up and About, and we have a very interesting topic now today. Now, what's your love language? And that's not it, though. That's not it. Trust me. What's your love language, real quick, before I get into it?
People have come to this talk now of love
Wait
language.
now. What's your love language?
Why are you?
Why are you like this?
I'm a man of war.
What's your love language?
My love language, I think it changes. It's words of affirmation, but mostly quality time, to be honest.
Quality time. Time is yours.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Forget about it. You know what? I was going to ask you, there's no point. There's no point.
Physical touch. My line.
Wait. Let's
Just come and give us.
No, real quick, so that we can get to
No,
it.
we have time.
It's
You're
good.
going to give us time. The question, when they say love language, is it what you do to someone you love or what you receive?
What somebody does.
Because that's a lot of people miss it.
How you
does
want
for you, how you
to
want to be
be.
To be treated, that means what you. So when someone says words
What
of
bubbles
affirmation,
your love?
is what is you receiving it, not you giving it. Because I find that people that are saying words of affirmation or gift, they don't give.
See how
It's
you
what they want to
circled around
receive.
it, Mike. What's
It's what they're
yours?
receiving.
What's your one? What's your one?
It's
What I love, what I love receiving, what I love giving.
What
Which
do you love
one?
receiving?
What do you
Let's-
receive?
What I receive? Money now.
Okay. So you like sugar mummies at your age. So this is the topic. So this is the topic here. It's not about what your love language is, but we have so much focus on what your love language is that we forget the other aspect, which balances it out.
Which is very
What's
important.
your fight language? I was going through Instagram only just a couple of days ago, and this came up. And a lady asked, okay, so what's your love language? Fine, you like this and that, but what's your fight language? In a relationship, whether it's a personal relationship or professional relationship, but let's focus on personal relationship for now. What's your fight language? What do you interact like when you guys have disputes inside a relationship? What do you say? What kind of words? What's your timing? How does it impact the relationship onward? You know, that kind of thing. And she also stated, and I believe this as well, that it is the most important. It is more important. Your fight language is actually more important than your love language.
Yeah, it is, actually.
But people don't know this. I've seen people who are in love, but when they fight, oh my God,
They fight dirty.
nasty, dirty.
They
So
go
let me now go back to the beginning and ask, what's your fight language?
What is it?
Silence.
Really? Is that good? Oh, no, I can't tell. I don't like that. I don't like
I
it.
think for a while, silence really does make sense because when you learn or when you know to
Yeah.
shut up when you should, then you really come to
And then
understand what
you
it
think
means.
about everything.
Yeah.
Exactly. So everything that's meant to be going out is usually happening on the inside. But now the problem is, which is something I also struggle with, is that when to stop the silence. When I enter the silence like this, I'm more right there. So
Shut
that's
down.
the thing. However, do we actually know they actually are just the same way we have words of affirmation? They actually are 5 fight languages.
Okay, let's hear it.
Yeah, so righteous, so that everyone, the person that always thinks that I'm right, you're wrong. Oh yeah, you did this because, and all of that. There's indignation, right? And there is retribution. People that literally want to inflict punishment, like you did it, you will pay for it, all that kind of
I
stuff.
like where you're going.
And there is, which one now? What was that other one? I can't remember.
Okay, while
Yeah,
you're
sure,
doing
fine,
it,
sure.
but that's a fantastic way to put it because I didn't see it that way. I didn't dissect it like that, but you are
There's
correct.
distraction. So people that don't like confrontations now, they like to distract and like do other things.
Of those 4 that
I
you
remember the last
mentioned,
one.
definitely not retribution for me. Not retribution. Not maybe a bit of righteousness on my part, which a bit.
See that
'cause-
chip on your shoulder.
Not so, but I'm being honest. I'm being absolutely honest, and I'm thinking of my wife and how I interact with her when we fight, when we have these disputes.
When someone says,
but
I'm being
there's one that I
Righteous now, yeah.
No, when someone says, I'm being honest, be careful.
yeah be
I'm
very
an honest
careful.
man. I'm a humble person.
But there's something you said I wanted to jump on when you said you use silence, but you also have to know when to stop it. Before you said you have to know when. I wanted to rephrase and say maybe it's not silence, maybe it's timing. To know when to speak and when not to speak.
not to.
And even when you do speak, what's the right
What do
thing
you
to
say?
say?
Yes.
How do you say it? What's the right time
So
to
I
say
think
it?
when it talks about fight language, they're actually talking about when you actually decide whether you allow silence and all of that timing, when you actually decide to now settle the issue. So when you're having that back and forth on the issue that's causing a fight, how do you interact?
Okay, so we've asked you,
yes.
you said silence is yours.
No, I've not gotten there yet. So
we
silence
haven't.
is before.
It's a
So
tool.
when we now start to break it down, I
it
think
would
I'm
be
actually
what?
more of indignation.
Indignation.
Indignation is basically
Like,
when
meh.
you feel something has been done to you. Like, why are you treating me like this?
I like that you're honest. So we've been honest. I said righteous. She says indignation. Mike, please, no stories, no anecdotes. Mike, what is your fight language? What's your fight language? No, wait. What's your fight language?
I'm getting to learn that they are different kinds of languages. But, like you said, yeah, I think it's about, there's silence. It's about when and how to use it and how long it should be. And then that also happens with how much you get to know the person and if the relationship is worth taking forward after.
Let's say you're married in this case. You can't, as in,
you're talking about a spouse.
you have married. Mike.
Oh, you don't have option now.
No option. So inside of that relationship.
You have to so I had a fight with a friend yesterday. It was not a fight per se, but maybe, okay, it was a call and an argument. Yes, an argument. And that's the thing. You have to understand that we would always differ as unique human beings. We're unique in our own.
An argument is not necessarily a fight.
Yes, so that's why I said yes. It's not necessarily a fight, an argument. Would necessarily differ, but it's how to handle it at certain times. And I would say,
distraction.
And I would say,
no, you're right. I agree.
Oh,
Benny, he doesn't hear too. He actually doesn't hear.
How does distraction work? Tell me, how does it work?
Distraction.
You distract from the point.
Yeah, exactly.
You try to okay, your hair is fine. Let's talk about this topic.
Let me give you a typical example. Let me give you a typical Mike example. So this happens. So after every show, we have a post-mortem meeting where we talk about everything that's happened. Now, when it's something about Mike, I notice what Mike does, and I'm calling him out here in the open. Michael, first of all, Mike is he's very proud. He's very brave too. You know the fear. So Mike will sit down in front of you. Yes, okay, I did something wrong on the show. Yes, like, yes, so like, we'll do like saying like, next time. He won't even let you finish. Okay, no problem. No, they go Midas. No.
Distraction. I try. Not like someone that do. What's your call name? You just your face. Okay. Just for instance now, call my name when you want to talk about something. You need call my name.
Mike, on the show today.
On the show, I came on time. Is that one better? And they told the person
professionally now. Bringing it on the we've already started talking about it professionally, and we've already indicated yours professionally. What's your fight language professionally? I don't think you can tell us. I think Mike will tell us what your.
No, you're very silent now. You know they talk. The silence is. We freeze. It's silent. You just keep quiet. Silence is the best answer. So you're saying, you know that why you don't retort, why you don't respond, it's like there's no ammunition.
Yeah.
There's not much ammunition. So maybe she understands that. And she just keep quiet now.
There is also.
So you just talk for one time, you're like, you guys never respond. You say, I'm still talking.
There's also a certain level of indignation that brings silence.
In silence, yeah.
I beg you, Jerry, people are silent. So now we've noted yours.
I think in that time, I'm just processing what happened. And I'm trying to process it from different angles. Okay, fine.
Balance it out.
Exactly. Just, okay, fine. I get your point where everything's coming from. Okay, on my point, what did I do? Just trying to figure it out. Then eventually,
I see that actually.
Yeah, if I need to do anything, maybe make an apology or anything.
One question I want to ask. There's just one thing I want to ask, just before we move on here, so that I don't forget. I saw there's this image that's been trending where a very elderly couple, and then it's raining, and then you see the guy with the umbrella over her head, and they are angry. They turn away from each other, and then they said, and then they're angry. They said, I can't remember the caption, but I'm paraphrasing here, something about even when you are fighting, love
thinking
of the other, something like that. And I'm like, okay, so
yourself.
How do you? How do you manage to still love in spite of a serious disagreement, a serious fight? We know that sometimes couples go as much as weeks.
The issue from the person.
Yeah, but you're still angry with the person, but
you're
you
angry
still
what they did.
You still show love, like okay, you still do what you are required to do.
To be honest,
not like you cut it off because of you are now fighting with the person.
To be honest, what I think is I think it speaks on your character as a person. To know that no matter what anybody does, you stay constant and you stay. I mean, you are you, and nobody's behavior is going to change. It's just like in a situation where you say, okay, fine, if you cheat on me, now cheat back. Do you understand? Exactly. So if the person cheats, it's better to remove your own moral standing. So I think it actually has a lot to do with
distraction, silence, and indignation. We're talking professionally now. Now it's my turn. I do not.
The last one is justification, by the way.
Justification.
Oh, I did this because I felt.
I know who that is in our circle. I know who that is in our circle.
If you had behaved properly, I wouldn't have done this.
So what is my fight language? I can't tell.
Righteous
Professionally.
now, it's righteous.
Me. Righteous.
You are too proud. That's your problem. But I think
You say yes, I own, I guess that is me. I
feel
that,
like
yes.
so
because
I would
take
say
responsibility for
I
it.
would say that professionally I mean
Yeah.
there's a Mazino before here and a Mazino after here.
Wow.
The Mazino before here, if you spoke to some of those people,
Yeah.
so
Here,
but
kind of.
the one here now,
Is a tyrant.
tyrant is another statement.
But now,
You
yes.
see this? This is silence.
I was not supposed to laugh this much during the coffee gist.
What is your fight language? That's the focus today. Tell us what it is, or at least maybe, well, what's the word? Would like you to have a bit
Think
of
of- yeah, exactly.
self-introspection.
Yeah.
You know, accept
About
what
it.
it is. See how it affects your relationships. Okay. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. We'd like to know. We'll be back.